soybeans, and the next boom. Your kids don't go to college and they've repossessed your Bentley. Are you with me?
The revolution starts now.
We have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Turn those machines back on!
And we have to start by building a wall, a big, beautiful, powerful wall.
Show me the money!
You are fake news.
Oh, good for you. And how was it?
I don't know when they decided that they wanted to make a virtue out of selfishness.
If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on Earth.
Now that's how you start the revolution here at Lake Effect Radio with Daniel Rylander.
Hello.
He's in the house.
I'm here. It's good to be here. So
yeah, definitely. It's going to be a fun one.
Definitely. It always is.
Especially with your Northeastern Ohio of, I'm coming up here, then I'm going to go over to, John Carroll and that. You're a busy guy.
It's a very busy week. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Good
busy
times.
Is good.
Good times.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go bored that way.
Not at all.
A little too busy this Monday?
Maybe a little bit. But I have no control over the traffic, so.
True.
I'm just gonna.
Wasn't referring towards that, but yeah. Was going to say, busy day, this Monday, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
True.
It's a Monday, so we'll just chalk it up to that.
Yeah, blame it on the Monday.
Yep.
Very valid.
Mm-hmm.
So I know about your new EP out.
Yes. How the Seasons Change Us came out August 17th.
Cool.
So yep, it's out there, and it's doing well. It's good to have it being received well.
I definitely checked some of it out.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Fitting. Definitely do like it.
Good. I'm glad. Thank you.
Well, especially because you sort of put out the name of it the last time you were here.
Right.
So
yeah, and I feel like because let's see, 3 of the 5 songs are, were already released in back in 2016 and 2017. So I've been promoting for it for a while. So
very valid.
But now it's it's all together, and people can listen to it the way it should be listened to, in keeping with the How the Seasons Change Us, the concept of how we change over time, like the seasons do. And of course, living in Ohio, we have plenty of seasons to,
you can experience all of them in 1 month.
Right.
Right.
So, it's crazy because it's October 1st, and you're in shorts and a t-shirt. I'm in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And,
Whoever thought it was going to be
outside.
76 today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's warmer. I didn't completely check. Let's see.
It felt like mid-70s.
Yeah,
so.
it almost felt like 77.
I would assume. 76.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's what I got.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't check that since early this morning.
I'll say it was like mid-60s this morning.
Like 7 a.m.
That's why I got the sweatshirt on.
Right. I walked out with a hoodie on this morning.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's I sort of thought of it. Then it's like, I'm just going to go enjoy it after, last week that was sort of colder.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh,
I mean, fall is definitely in the air, but it's nice to have these little Indian summer days. So.
You're right.
Very true. Not including, since I know you have a last minute sort of gig that you sort of decided to throw in and that.
Oh,
Where's
right.
that at?
So yeah, tomorrow night I'll be playing over at the Beachland Tavern, opening for a band called Melodime. They're a rock band out of Virginia. So very excited to be able to throw that on last minute. So if you're in the area looking for something to do tomorrow, come over to the Beachland. Doors open at 7.
Know anything about them before this?
Yeah, actually, I've opened up for Melodime once before.
Okay.
I opened for them. I don't know when, but I know it was in Akron at the Empire Concert Club. Yeah, so I've met them once before, and I like their tunes. It'll be a good show, for sure.
Cool. Yeah, I'm somewhat feeling a little bit sad, and your 2 sidekicks are around.
My 2 sidekicks?
Yeah.
Oh, from last time?
Yeah,
I know. Well, they'll
time.
be. Well, Adam will be there tomorrow. Adam will be joining me on the drums. Adam Radisky.
I have to see if I can wiggle that in.
And his buddy, our buddy, plays in. They both play in a band called Blue Monsoon. They're a jazz band out of Cleveland here, and they're both going to be joining me. So I get 2 phenomenal jazz musicians to come in and play my indie rock music. So it always makes for a good the fusion of the everything.
It's definitely impressive how they pick it off.
Oh, I mean, those guys are phenomenal. So I've been
Not leading every once in a while, a little change of pace sort of helps.
yeah.
You know, instead of just doing one thing.
Yeah, no, it's
So-
true. And I mean, they're good enough to be like, I gave them the set and be like, learn it, show up for load in at 6. So we'll see.
Fair enough.
I-
They haven't let them down yet.
I have full confidence.
You like that? How you go and
Yeah.
slip that in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to go take that little bit dab at
Yeah.
Adam.
Right.
Let's see if he finds out I get angry email.
No, I'm
No, I
sure
know.
you're fine.
I know he's not. This is our thing in that with him. We always have our little love-hate relationships.
Yeah.
That's really not hate
Yeah, I'm
or
surprised
love.
he didn't want to come up this time.
It happens.
So he might have been doing something.
I know. Probably work.
Probably.
That's life for you in that.
For sure.
But you want to start off with a tune?
Sure. I'll start off with you because I already kind of mentioned the Indian summer thing. So again, talking about the EP, how the seasons change us. It was, originally kind of started out as, 4 songs for 4 seasons. And but this next song that I'm going to play kind of snuck its way onto the record just because I enjoy it, playing it quite a bit, and I just thought it was rather fitting to kind of be the Indian summer theme. So on a nice day like today, this is kind of the vibe that,
It's fitting.
yeah, it is fitting. So this is Move. And I ain't got no clue, but I'm taken by the things you do, and the words come out so easily, and get caught up on my jealousy, and still I held my tongue. And if you wanna run, I'll be right here. It's your party, so all these people you ought to know. I'll get your coats, and I'll keep real quiet as I slip into the room and make up all your lies. And I watch you move as you fall into the groove. You get me high. And I don't wanna come down. Yeah, I need you right here now. But I saw him catch your eye as I kissed your cheek and we said goodbye. And the moon shone with a colder hue as the clouds rolled in to block his view. And still you held his gaze and played the games you play as an escape. I sold my dreams and what's left of my memories there for sleep, where the hours move like the seasons changing the colors when I think of you. Oh, you make me sway and bend beneath the weight of every passing day, and knowing that you'll never come round. Oh, I've been missing you for weeks now, and I don't wanna go out. I know I'm letting myself down, and it feels the same. Thank you. Appreciate it. I like that one a lot. So, hope y'all did too.
Definitely could tell by the passion. Well, the studio crowd, we actually paid them a little more over the summer.
Well.
So they had that deeper sense of, applause in that.
Good.
I said that was very
Yeah.
good. I was blown away. That was very good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
But definitely.
I'm very proud about that one right now. So
You can tell, definitely when you're singing that sort of present.
yeah, I
sort
just
of
feel like
behind it.
what that song is talking about. It's just very, I don't know, just applicable to where I'm at. It's just a very comfortable song.
True.
It's like a nice flannel.
Yeah. Sitting there in flannels and that around a fire on a cold wintry day that
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just like, yeah, I'm content not to go outside.
Yeah.
Right.
That thing. You have any certain things, Ryan?
Nah.
I know you're somewhat new into this.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was very good. I mean,
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
I've heard a lot of live music. I think that was one of the best ones I've heard.
Well, I really appreciate that.
Yes.
Very true.
Yes.
Welcome aboard the Lake Effect radio team.
Thank you.
So.
Oh, yeah. You got many more to come.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I have many friends. You'll start meeting these friends.
Right.
Got to throw it out like that. Why not?
You got to.
Right.
Boredom. But with that, so what would be now, since you have it released
Mm-hmm.
and all put together, top 3 songs that you would say out of the 5 that would be the best? I know I'm a bad person.
Well, I don't know if we
children.
go as far as best, but right now I'm really liking Move. Right Now is another song on the EP. It's kind of the summer theme. I'm really digging that one. And probably the Alibi of Springtime, which is all the newer ones, because Right Now it came out last year. And then Move and Alibi of Springtime came out on the record. And Alibi of Springtime is very different for me. Or I wouldn't say different so much. It just kind of has a more of this grown-up sound. Strawberry Skyline was the first record that I put out in 2013, and when I was working with my producer in the studio on the song, he commented that it's very, it kind of has that similar vibe to like Strawberry Skyline, but it just has a more mature sound to it, and I kind of concur with his sentiments about that. And it's just, it tries something different. It kind of sets the stage sonically for where I'm going to go with the next full-length record, which I'm already kind of pulling songs together and starting to track some demos. So the new record is, going to be coming out probably, I want to say 2020.
2020.
Yeah, so.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works. I mean,
It's kind of funny.
it always works that way, actually. This is the...
Well, you'll see it tonight, too, so it'll be sort of that day.
Well, this is still like the first place that I said anything about it, so
True.
you guys can
Right.
privilege yourselves on that.
It's not always about that.
Right.
Every once in a while, whether it turns into that day and that, here's this sort of, hint off,
Right. I don't know. I do this
Fair
thing,
enough.
though, like I set deadlines for myself.
Mhm.
Probably, and I'm always really good about making them, but I always feel like maybe I've missed out on some sort of promotional avenue or something I could have done that was a little bit different. So I'm not trying to set too many deadlines for myself yet.
I was gonna
Fair
say,
enough.
I have one question for you. Have you ever performed at Nautica or any of those, I'd say mainstream kind
No,
of... No?
I haven't. Those are a little bit too big for me right now.
Okay.
But,
I was just curious.
So yeah, no,
Definitely.
but I mean, there are places I'd love to play
Oh, yeah.
someday.
There you go. But definitely, I could see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially with nowadays that things, something new comes out
Mhm.
that you sort of want to see where that goes, or, well, hey, I could use that to sort of, help the process of either, let's say, writing, promotion, whatever along that road.
Absolutely. No,
So-
I mean, there's no. I mean, I hear what you're kind of getting at. It's just with how the music industry has changed. It's it's so easy to have access to everything all at once. So, I think being an artist, a musician, we have all the tools we need to in order to make a name for oneself. So, yeah.
Then it's going to be that new thing of that just adds to the arsenal.
Right.
What will that be? The world will never know till it comes.
Till it happens. So.
On that standard. I'm surprised Tim hasn't messaged in to say you're fired yet.
No, Tim.
Yeah.
I was hoping to be here, but...
He's across the street, actually.
He's always across the street, it seems like.
Well, especially now with him actually working as full-time faculty.
Oh, I didn't know that. Congratulations, Tim.
I thought that's what, 2.5 now years?
Probably. It's been about that long.
What was it, the first or the second time? Right after that summer he got hired on.
Okay, well, great.
As a tech room technologist across the street. So he's technically here, just not actually
he's with
here.
Us in spirit.
Yeah. From not that far away. It's kind of funny.
Right.
Almost sounds like a village out of Wizard of Oz or something.
Mm-hmm.
Not that far away land.
But then again, so does Lakeland, kind of. Or Kirtland. So.
Valid. If you only knew our other motto, Kirtland on a hill.
See, you're setting yourself up for this.
No, that wasn't me. That was before, way before. I actually found Modern Electric that came up. One of them actually graduated from here. Then they said, "Oh yeah, Kirtland on a hill." It's like, no, I never knew that.
Yeah, well, we learn something every day.
So yeah, just something random like that. That's sort of I walked into.
Nice.
I walk into a lot of things. On that standard. So, since you sort of said, you're sort of dropping into sort of recording in that, you find it a little bit more harder this time in coming up with things? Or you just, need to test the waters on things?
Certain things, yeah. I would say that I'm, like the songs that I have written and the songs that am writing are different in as far as stylistically and how they could be approached, in a studio setting. I would say that this new record that I'm talking about, again, I mentioned that the Alibi of Springtime kind of sets the stage sonically for how that one's going to sound. It's very piano driven, which is fun for me because a lot of the time I don't get to sit and play the piano throughout an entire gig, whereas if we were when we start gigging out on the new record, I would probably spend about 80 to 90% behind a piano, which is just it's kind of fun, and it's cool to for the stage to write transitions for songs like that and how one kind of flows into the next. So it's very much another kind of concept record that it tells a story. The more you listen to it, the way that the songs transition. But all that said, I would say the songs that I'm writing now are very they're more acoustic, and very singer-songwritery, So it's kind of an interesting dichotomy, and like the songs that I'm playing at gigs are the songs that I'm writing, more recently, or more, they've been more recently written. So I don't know. It works from the standpoint of like there's always going to be something new to listen to, but it also feels like I'm shooting myself in the foot a little bit, just because it's like, if I'm playing a gig, and somebody really likes, one of the songs that I'll play later on in, in this interview, it's like, well, sorry, you're gonna have to wait until whenever it seems right, whenever it feels right for it to come out, kind of a thing. So, but I'm blessed to always be writing and have such a repertoire of songs to kind of pick and choose from, and it's kind of fun because again, it's been interesting for me to witness my own writing change, whether it's just a more mature outlook on a certain thing, or to be able to go back and kind of tweak things based on this is how I felt when I was 18, and now that I'm 26, it's like, oh well, this is either garbage, or we can change it and salvage it, or just keep it the way it is and just bask in some naivety.
True.
I got a question for you. If the Indians win a World Series, now I know that's would you try to get a song to maybe talk about that year, like the year, like something like that?
Maybe.
I mean,
I could. There's nothing out of the realm of possibility.
Right.
I don't know, I'm not the hugest sports fan. I support, you know, the teams when they start to do really good. Like I start watching the Cavs when they're in the finals, and I'll watch the Indians when they're in the playoffs, and well, the Browns, we'll see what they do.
Right.
There's a lot of people out there.
They were so close yesterday.
Yeah,
I know.
hey, that's so close is not enough.
Right. So.
Very true. But, you know, I'll go back to the one thought I have, but in a way, sort of like listening to your works and that all the ways back to, that was what, 2005? No, 2015. Wow, forgot that one in there. From Chill's concert that to now.
Oh, yeah.
That you sort of see, you know, that growth in a way. Not only, even me, seeing that challenge of not just sticking with the one thing, want to progress. I like, you know, what I'm doing, but I want to try something new.
Right. I think, yeah, there's so many avenues in which we can grow and try new things, and
you're definitely nailing it.
It'd be silly to, you know, just short circuit ourselves, you know. So.
Very true. Yeah, you definitely could tell that with your own work.
Well, I appreciate that.
That growth.
Yeah,
and not including testing your own self.
I can only go up.
True.
Right.
So.
Except, how do you manage? Are you actually just bringing like a keyboard if you're going to do piano at gigs, or actual
I'm gonna need like a full band. No, it would be a keyboard. Yeah. So there's a couple, you know, criteriums to meet in order, you know, for the record to come off like it needs to, you know, come off. So yeah,
I was hoping you were going to say that. I was hoping that you were going to lug around a piano.
It'll be a full band, and yeah, it'll just be a keyboard, but it's all right. I spent a lot of money on that keyboard, so it deserves to come out.
If it's time for it to shine.
Right. Well, I bring it to, you know, like other gigs that I play and whatnot, but again, I just think having the camaraderie of a band behind the songs will just give it a life. You know, when we're playing it live, it'll be a lot of fun.
True. Not only having its time to shine.
Right.
Itself, and that as the actual instrument. Not saying that you don't completely appreciate it, but that, you know.
I would definitely say the attention has been on the guitar.
Yeah, more that way.
And just like it was on the ukulele for a while, and now we're trying to get away from that. And
you just like going and jumping to different instruments.
Well, it's like we were talking about. There's no reason why you can't do a lot of things.
Yeah, and you're mastering that pretty darn well.
I would say I'm a jack of all trades. I'm a master of none. So
it's almost like the MacGyver of music.
Yeah.
Except they're not broken, so he just needs to work or just figure out how they work.
Right.
So yeah, that's going to be his like AKA like nickname. I'm going to add that on to the contact thing in the email.
Right. Yeah.
You know, the MacGyver
my
music.
Bio. That's like I've been looking for like a branding statement. And I think you just gave me it.
No, I doubt that. So,
cool.
Want to play again?
Sure. Let me just tune up real quick here.
Yeah, I'm going to probably add that on the email. That would be actually kind of funny. You know, you email out someone that you just see back Daniel Rylander, MacGyver music. Then after I leave here, people are just going to wonder, why is that like that?
All right.
They'll make it into a good story.
What's up?
I said it'll end up being a good story.
It will be someday. So this next one is an example of one of the new songs that, you know, who knows when it's going to come out, but I'm playing it now. This is Merely Functional. If we're being honest, and I've missed you for weeks, got me walking on eggshells, and it takes all of me. not to call you like I want to. It's too early just to tell you that I miss you, and I'm so sorry that you kept telling your friends that I'm nothing like them. So stupid. You can stay where you please, just please stay here with me. It's not stupid, just merely functional. Now count down from 10, and I'll see you again. But this is only dreaming, and I am barely breathing. Not to call you like I want to, it's still too early just to tell you that I miss you, and I'm so sorry that I kept telling my friends that you're nothing like them. You're so much better. You can go when you please, just please know when you leave I'll be better, not merely functional. Thank you very much.
You love the crowd, don't you?
Oh, even the fake ones.
Wow, that went so high, and
boom.
yeah, you had a nosedive
Whatever.
on it. It happens, I guess. Well, that's almost like when you met Tim and I kept on firing you, so.
True.
Yeah, it happens like that. So, you have any certain things? No?
It was very good. It was very, very good, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Definitely am somewhat excited to see.
See, this is good. See, like I've never met you before, and you know you're giving
he
honest
isn't-
feedback, unbiased opinion. So yeah,
He wasn't around when I was listening to anything and not
know.
up here, so.
Yeah. So totally
It's
an
really
unbiased
honest.
opinion. First time.
Oh yeah.
So man, I guess I'm doing something
I've
right.
listened to I've
Yeah.
gone to Margaritaville a few times to listen to the Monica Robbins, and honestly you beat her out by a ton as far as
well,
live music for sure.
Thank you.
For sure. Like I mean, you don't have a full band, but it's that single. It's like not that you have. I mean, but it's very good. Yes.
Thank you.
For sure. For sure.
It works.
It'll
Yeah.
definitely be interesting when that comes out. Definitely can't wait on that.
Yeah.
It'll be there's lots to look forward to. There always is lots to look forward to. So
I know you keep on, need to try to, build that interest.
yeah, I mean it's honestly
It's a good
like,
teaser, and
you're
it's
just
a
gonna
good thing.
keep building, putting out as many songs for as long as possible. So
Very nice. Not when giving out the sneak peek now. Especially, in like a year and a half from now or that longer.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I could give you a sneak peek of a tune that will come out like next year, if you want.
Don't have to.
Oh,
It's
I
up to you.
could. At least that it would satiate any need to have if you hear something you like it. At least I could be like, well, yeah, this is gonna come out sooner rather than later. So and it would actually kind
Well,
of
that's
fits.
the marketing in me thinking that's really good. You're grabbing their interest now. So really excitement of wanting to go and, find it
Yeah.
will be there.
I'll say you were going to hire me to be the advertising, to have an office position as advertising, and look at it now.
Why don't I do that?
You ready to jump right to it?
Sure, because this song was supposed to be. Well, it could have worked on this record, on this EP that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Because this song kind of talks about, or it makes reference to the seasons. The first verse talks about summer skies, and the second verse talks about autumn leaves. So it would have worked very well on this EP, but it just didn't make the cut. So I figure, whatever, I'll release it as a follow-up. And
but that's what many people do, so it's sort of fitting in shape or form. So
this next one is called Love You More. Summer skies catch me longing for those bright blue eyes, and make the most of every face I know, but they leave me feeling lonely. This broken shell, suppose the pieces don't quite fit so well. You try to save some face, but I'd say go to hell. Far before I try to fix it, because it's too late now. It's the way I felt, eating jelly beans, drinking Chardonnay for dinner. You always did want just one song for you, but I sing too loud. You don't like this sound, yet it's the only thing that's holding me together. Now I'm not saying that what we got's not good. I just loved you more than anyone ever should. Autumn leaves find me pining for those evergreens. It helps to know that even despite the snow, some things are yet unchanging. Just let it go. You found your way and I can find my own. Tie off the knot in order to ease the flow, but you keep your steady breathing, because it's all too soon. And when I think of you, we probably drank too much, sneaking kisses in the alleyway. For being honest, I would not change a thing, because I need your touch. And our friends, they know too much, but it's the secrecy that's got me working backwards. Now I'm not saying that what we got's not good. I'll just love you more than anyone ever should. Ever should.
I definitely could see that. The references.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh yeah.
That was very good. Again, that was.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, I like that one a lot too, just because it's actually talks about things that took place in my life, with real people. So I think those songs, that actually have, real meaning to, the writer or even to the listener, it's, that's what I love about songs is you can take, it could mean something to me, but totally mean something to, different to you or to whoever's listening. So, but I like it a lot, and I think I perform it better when it has like some real substance to it, referencing things that actually happened in my life. So,
yeah, it was very good.
Thank
Again, wow.
It's a good follow, especially the in between in that.
Right.
Definitely.
And it just keeps with the mellow vibe that we've got going on. So,
Touche. Do you ever actually really think all this out? The whole plan of all this?
Sometimes I'm, blessed with happy accidents that, it all works out. But no, I don't think I plan it all together all the time.
Okay.
Sometimes, but yeah, a lot of the time I think it's just hope this works and wow, if it works, it works.
Valid. Very valid.
Yeah.
But in this circumstance, yeah, that would be a good follow-up.
Thank you.
Especially off of the EP. You gotta love those happy accidents.
Now I got one question. What is EP? Because I see you guys.
I don't know. I think
referencing
there's... So, I think it's, I want to say it stands for... man, we're gonna have to look it up. Extra project or something like that. Extended project.
Okay.
Which means, so like an LP, is more of a full length kind of a, your typical album, 10 songs or whatever.
Right.
And an EP is kind of like a shorter,
right.
album. And the way that do you have the actual definition?
Yeah. Actually pulled it up. So extended play record.
Okay. So play. Whatever.
So.
Okay.
So it's kind of just like beyond the record,
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just one song. It's many songs put into like a short album.
Right.
Okay.
It's kind of I like to think of it as a foreshadowing almost.
It's like a greatest hits type of thing where it's like some of the best songs
Mm-hmm.
put into one. Okay.
Or two, going back to we were talking about how the music industry has changed or is changing or is always changing.
Right.
I kind of think of an EP as like the new full length, know,
Right.
because I think people's attention spans are
shorter.
much smaller.
Oh yeah.
And when it comes to music, it's even smaller than that.
So I say most music that I've heard is more of the auto tune, the voice changing.
Mm-hmm.
What you're doing is more of the live, like the music as it was before auto tune and before all that stuff happened, which I
Before Britney Spears.
yeah
I had to put that slam in there.
We all love Britney.
I say she used more of auto tune, but I say I like. I'm starting to.
Before.
I guess.
I say I like
when auto-tunes became big.
I say I still love more of the live, more of like what you do. Whereas
the
like,
generic, the
generic,
organic kind of.
Yeah, the organic music. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like the auto tune, but
Oh yeah.
the more of the acoustic and what you do is awesome. I think.
Great, thank you. Yeah. So, and I think people are releasing singles because like singles are the new EP.
Right.
So like, whereas before
Mhm.
there was money in the music industry, so people could sit back and take their time
Right.
writing records and putting out full lengths. Now it's just with the way that digital streaming
Right.
has turned the way we
Yeah.
consume music. It's just
Right.
it's far easier to put out shorter.
Right.
Maybe one song here and one song there, but more frequently.
Right.
Whereas people were putting out maybe something every year or two. Now
Right.
it's not uncommon for people to put out multiple things in a year.
Right. Like 2 albums in
yeah.
1 year, basically.
Right.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
a couple singles every month. So I think it's this really interesting balance between the quantity over quality and quality over quantity, because it's like on one hand, we're putting out a lot of music all the time, so you're inundated completely with that one artist or with this one genre, but at the same time you want to make sure that you're still putting out a quality product just faster. So it's it's really fun to be, I feel like, as much as it sucks to be a musician right now, it's a lot of fun too, just with the way how it works and how it's always changing. There was also I guess legislation that was I think passed in the Senate for the music monetization or whatever. It's this
I
act.
don't know
Yeah,
that.
I mean it's only really if you paid attention to it, but it's hopefully doing a lot to, because people are streaming so much, they want to it helps artists make more money from that. So it's very exciting.
Right. It's like going
I
on
have
like
to look into
Spotify
that.
or one of those things.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Music,
Right.
Pandora, wherever music
Right.
people are streaming their music. It's
Yeah,
gonna,
because not back then, like in the middle no one ever thought Amazon was going to get into it. You run down the list, Pandora popping up, Spotify, and that.
Spotify taking over the world, which is
Yeah.
great because I love Spotify, but
Oh yeah.
No
time.
one ever thought that.
Right. No one ever thought
Even
Amazon.
me.
Right.
yeah.
You sort of figured, iTunes and that,
Right. You're kind of more like with Apple, like, okay, Apple's going to do something with music, they were doing phones, but now they're doing more of the music side.
Right.
Right. Let's say if you had any singles put down onto like Apple Music or any of those. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, you can find my music pretty much everywhere music is streamed.
Okay.
Also,
I'd love to show my family that some of those songs, or have them listen to some of those songs. Definitely.
absolutely, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. But
Definitely.
that's kind of funny. I actually found someone actually sort of believes in my philosophy that attention spans are getting shorter.
Oh yeah, because people are texting and driving rather than
True.
just they're trying to multitask.
But I think everything just comes so much faster, and we expect it so much faster.
Yeah.
It's a very there's a very fine line to walk between, but
Yeah. Being informative, but not too informative.
yeah,
Being that
you don't want
dead
not
stick.
being addicted to your
to your phone or.
but still maintaining connections.
Right.
Mm,
Just say more of what people are doing these days. They're just texting, and they're not really, face-to-face interaction is not common as much as it was, when they were just the simple flip phones.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
not true.
I mean,
Whoever thought, like a best example, with now Facebook going live, that you see, like many musicians, I don't know, I thought you did it at least once or twice, going live on either Instagram, Facebook.
I think I've done
And that-
Facebook
yeah.
once before. I'm really weird about going live because I feel like, it's obviously it's a great tool because it, what it does is it cuts all the algorithms that Facebook has in place. Because they pick now what you see in your news feed. They
Right.
want to Facebook, and I guess it's a good thing because Facebook wants to make it, like what we were talking about. They want to make the connections more
Right.
meaningful.
And
So
right.
the information that's getting liked and commented on, and like the mutual friends are having conversations inside
Right.
of comment feeds on that one post. That's what you're going to see at the top of your feed. But when somebody goes live, that they break through all that algorithm, and that's what you'll see at the top of your feed. And obviously we could get those pesky notifications that so and so went live
right.
all
Yeah.
the time.
Or like two people went live on Instagram or one
Oh,
of those
it's
things.
ridiculous. I honestly hate getting them.
But I feel like that. I feel like that takes the fun out of going to a concert. Just watching a Facebook Live video takes the fun out of going to a live concert somewhere.
True, but on the flip side, if somebody sees it once there, then maybe they'll be more likely to go out the next time.
Right.
It's many, especially in the music scene, like not in Ohio, that they're on like maybe like 15, if not 10, some of them like 5, at least song and a half or something like that. Then that sort of leaves that trace of there's a small taste.
Yeah.
And they boogie off, which is smart. Some people, they go for the full, but it's a rarity. It's more, that 70-30 that many go with that motto.
Yeah.
That's what I sort of noticed.
I guess maybe the reason that I don't use it quite so frequently is maybe I feel like what I'm doing in the moment, day to day, isn't A, that important, or B, it's none of your business kind of a thing.
Right.
And maybe that shoots myself in the foot from the standpoint of it's like, oh, well, you want to engage with people.
Right. But if you got homework or something to do, considering we're here at Lakeland, people doing homework and schoolwork, there's not really that connection, like those connections being made because, you are busy with stuff. So it's not like you can be glued to your phone, 24/7. But
Well, I think of, being glued to this is something that I thought about recently too, is like everybody says they're, so busy, and I've kind of, me personally, I don't feel like I'm so busy. I just feel like I'm so distracted. It feels like I'm so busy, and maybe other people find it to be that way too. You know, that's just my.
But sometimes, like with you, like being a musician, that's a good busy or good glued. Whereas people are saying, "Oh, I'm glued to like a video game or something like that." People
Fortnite.
yeah, I'm saying that is really like, because I know it was a few days ago I saw something on the news about parents trying to get their kids off of it, because it's people are getting hacked and this and that. And I'm like, then why would you make it for kids? I mean, think about what happened with the one. What was it? Like all these shootings. Today's what, the 10-year anniversary of the Vegas, or is it the 1 year? The 1 year anniversary of Vegas.
Yeah.
So I mean, you think about that, and you think about all
Vegas wasn't that long ago.
I say you think about that happening, and how people thought, like, with modern concerts, there's fireworks and stuff. People thought those were just fireworks, that's part of the show. And really, it was someone, who was, challenged. And I feel, and I mean, you talk about, being glued to Fortnite or one of those things. Those games, people are being distracted from music. Like, they're distracted because they're glued to modern stuff, but with music, it helps you get through the day, in my opinion, without video games and all that.
Right.
Because, in my opinion, if you took video games out of that, people would be more glued to music than video games.
True. And I guess, I was blessed, I suppose, that I'm not really a video game guy.
I mean, I play it once in a great while, but I mean, I don't go for the more of the
I would much rather be outside.
Right. Oh, yeah, having a good time,
doing something.
Most
else.
part.
I don't know.
Yeah,
thanks, Mom and Dad. You raised me right.
Right.
Forced me to go outside.
Like the worst thing, like everyone that looks at me now, well, you play video games? Yeah, I have a PS2. And they just look at you awkwardly, like, what?
Right, I mean, yeah. But I mean, you think about, like you said, your parents made you go outside. You think of the movie Grown Ups, when in the one scene they're like, yeah, our parents always said go outside, and then they had to go. What was it? Adam Sandler goes and gets the kids off the video. He's like, no more texting. I'm like, that's how it used to be.
Right.
And now it's all about staying inside, getting online, chatting with friends. But it's like they don't have that face-to-face interaction. So.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Things to think about, I suppose. when we're on our phones.
Right.
For the most part.
I mean, there's better things to do than being on your phone. That's what my parents have always told me. Like, there's better things to do. You can be outside, going for a walk or shooting hoops or just doing something rather than being glued to your phone.
Right.
So what is your 1 year outlook of what you want to accomplish?
Well, I want to... touring is on the agenda for 2019, to start promoting, to keep promoting this EP and the couple other songs that I'll release, around next year, and and then start working on this new record. I think in planning a release for it, because I didn't really do a your typical traditional album release for How the Seasons Change, just because it's not a typical album. I just wanted it to to get out there and not waste time stressing about like an album release.
Right. You don't want to do like the whole release party.
Yeah, it's a listening party would have been fun, but again, when you release songs in succession like I did with this, it's like, well, Daniel, we've heard this before.
Right.
So I wanted to put this out the way I did, just because it's like, to me, the concept of one song for all the seasons, and just more of, I think, my own personal reflection of like, this is how I've changed in the last 2 years.
Right. Like, you remember yourself playing in the snow as a little kid, playing in the snow, having snowball fights, but then you think about it and you're like, nah, it was a fun time in my life. Now I have one question for you.
Yes.
What's your dream stage? Like, where would you want to perform? Like, I know, like Bruno Mars recently, or it was last year, performed at the Apollo. What's your dream place?
The
to
Hollywood Bowl.
Okay.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, neither have I.
No, it's a large upscale outdoor venue out in California.
Is it almost like is it almost like the Apollo, like as far as the outdoor part of it?
I would say it's, I don't know. I've never seen pictures of the Apollo. I've heard of it, but
okay.
No, I would say the Hollywood Bowl is kind of a distant, like, if I could someday,
Okay.
It'd be a cool place. I think Red Rocks would be a really cool venue to play to.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking more of a stadium, like the Rose Bowl in California, like right in Pasadena. That's where a couple football games are played. But like, I know Or like even the LA Coliseum. I know.
No, if we're talking arenas and Rose Bowl, I guess I'll stay true to Cleveland and say the Q.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Well, especially at the renovation.
Oh yeah.
You know.
You get all those renovations. I mean, that's gonna be.
But we're talking like huge. So.
now I'm saying more national. Like, what's your more national? I know you said Hollywood Bowl, but like, I'd say more of like stadiums, like national stadiums. Where would you say like your dream?
I don't know. I haven't actually really given much thought to it.
Just a question.
What do you think? What do you think would be a good fit?
I would say either the LA Coliseum, because I know I've seen that stadium is pretty big, or the Rose Bowl, or even
Coliseum would be cool.
Yeah, or even what's another big name stadium? Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
That would be cool. I would like to get down to Atlanta at some point in my life.
Because I know I've heard most musicians will stay true to LA, the paparazzi spotlight, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't heard many musicians, big names. Well, Justin Timberlake's performing at the Q, but bands like I haven't heard. I don't think did Stick ever perform here? Or
I don't know.
I'll say because I've heard many big bands perform, at the big arenas, but but just as a couple thoughts.
Well, like you said, I mean, Nautica would be cool.
Oh yeah, or even Jacob's Pavilion. That's Jacob's Pavilion, but
I've never been to either one of those.
Neither have I, honestly.
I'll say my mom and dad actually met there. They were actually working together there.
Really?
Yeah, and they said there was. They worked like Bruce Springsteen performed there a few times. And they got to work those and
the boss.
But they said it. They said it's changed a lot because you've got the waterfront there, you've got all the restaurants and.
Oh, they've done so much to fix. Two of my favorite bands played down there maybe a year or two ago. It was Brand New and Manchester Orchestra, and I should have gone, but it's all right.
Right.
They'll be back.
And would you ever want to do any?
Learn what I learned from last spring. Every once in a while, especially if they're older, not to completely live by that motto.
What?
Because when Petty passed. When he came through, was thinking, I should go.
And then you never went.
Don't have that opportunity anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Anything could happen. So
right. And you think about Michael Jackson. He.
Little, knowledge to pass forward.
True.
What I learned from.
Yeah, that would be a bummer.
Yeah.
You a big Petty fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you ever want to perform at a restaurant like Margaritaville? Even I know that's a new restaurant down in the Flats. I've seen many bands perform there many times.
Really?
Yeah. I say the most recent one was actually Monica Robbins. I forgot the name of her band, but she has a huge band there, and they performed there. And it was It was funny because they really don't have a dance floor, so people were literally in the aisles just dancing. It was the funniest thing. People were dancing. It was.
Well, you're trying to eat your food.
Right. Right. But it's like those big. Where we were sitting was pretty. It was pretty big, but it was just one of those acoustic bands, and but
nothing is. I'm not writing anything off. Everything's an option.
Right. As LeBron says, nothing is given, everything is earned.
Right. With a lot of hard work.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
And like we were talking earlier, trying different things. There's no one right way to do. There's not one right way to chase your dreams.
Right.
And I think it's important too to always keep dreaming. And keep envisioning what the same dream would look like through a different perspective.
Right. Never let anybody take that away from you.
Right.
Never let someone put you down.
True.
Right.
We always have these good deep talks here.
Oh yeah,
it's true. It's a common theme.
It's been a common theme since fall 2015. It just keeps growing deeper.
Right.
Well, we're deep thinkers. We like to think.
It's kind of nice.
Right. Honestly, hearing you for the first time, I was very impressed. I was like, wow, this guy is the real deal. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'll say for my first time listening, being in one of these things, I could see myself doing this again and again for sure.
Oh, great.
Yes.
That's awesome.
First time for everything, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Especially here.
Oh yeah.
I got a lot more coming for you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I looked at the list. There's a page full of stuff coming.
Yeah.
I see you got to get.
Especially his pictures up here too.
I see you got to get him to perform at least 3 or 4 times for sure. That's one thing.
I'll be around.
Yeah, it's not like he goes anywhere.
Right.
We come up here and have these deep inside talks.
What's up?
And talk about new big things happening and
Right.
releases and sneak peeks and just run down the chain of stuff.
It's always kind of nice to regroup.
Yeah.
Meet each other where we're at.
Right.
True. And I know you're somewhat itching for a song.
Oh, I'll always play.
Well, especially him sort of messing around.
Right.
It's just like a nervous itch. I think
know.
all guitarists have it.
I could tell I'm watching.
No, you get used to that.
Yeah, you mean you just play around.
Everybody's just kind of got like their like subconscious noodling going on. So
Right. That's basically you're right. Like you're in class. That's basically like you're like when you're in class writing. You know, maybe you're drawing a picture on a paper. With you, it's just
finger doodles.
Finger. Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right,
Every once in a while, it's
there's nothing
sort of
wrong with
that
that at
good, key.
I'll
Yeah,
say
maybe
it's
come
a-
up.
it
Maybe
sounds
come
good.
up with a lick.
Right.
You know.
I'll say it sounds good when we're talking. You have that like little like strum in between. It's good. I like that.
Well, we'll do this one because this is actually going to be one of the songs on the new record.
Okay.
And it's kind of a follow-up. Well, because I put out Maui Wowie back in 2014, and that was my, big, this is, I found a ukulele while I was in Hawaii, and, that was my big swan song when I came back from, Hawaii, and... But while I was there, obviously I really enjoyed the culture and the people and, picked, like a good tourist, you pick up words here and there. And, so they have aloha. Everybody knows aloha means hello and goodbye. And the other one, that we learned was mahalo. And mahalo is kind of like saying thank you or expressing gratitude. Not to mention it's just a fun word to say. So when I came back to... Ohio and was doing some writing, reflecting on,
Right.
I thought of the little play on words, semi-hollow, mahalo, which, to me suggests, like fake gratitude, empty gratitude. So this next one's called semi-hollow, mahalo.
I was saying, I got one question. How is the food? That's one thing.
Oh, phenomenal. I gained weight, and I'm a skinny guy. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You didn't eat, I didn't eat, okay, so I like to eat chicken. But they don't eat a lot of chicken there because chickens run around in Hawaii like squirrels run around here.
Oh, okay.
They're just wild. Don't know how they got there, but that's just the way so people, you don't eat a lot of chickens, obviously a lot of fish.
You're right, a lot of food.
A lot of beef, a lot of pork. And it's like teriyaki everything, and it's great.
Okay.
And a lot of fruit.
A lot of tacos, like the fish tacos, that sort of stuff.
Did I eat? I don't think I ate a single taco while I was there, which is crazy because tacos are my favorite food. I might have, and I'm just not remembering. It was a long time ago.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So this is kind of, I don't know. This song will be on the next record. This is the semi-hollow mahalo. I wrestled with the angel who had a passion for my art, and upon being beat he swore me never to tell about his newfound weakness. So in fear of death I held my breath, but as the story goes, the devil still wound up in hell. Yeah, as the story goes, the devil still wound up in hell. Fought with the jealous woman who held the strings to my puppet heart, and upon being slain I let her sweep me away. Like the waves of a stormy ocean, for lack of oxygen I do it all again, and in my want for more I'm still just awash up on shore. And even in my want for more I'm still just awash up on shore. And you were the song that I wanted to sing, but never could find the words to write it. And now I've written one last song for you. So won't you come down and listen? You come down and listen. now that woman, she does hate me, and she found herself a man, but that man is a boy, and that boy is a boy in sheep's clothes. Honey, I wrestled with the devil, and I paved the path to hell and back, and I changed everything about the me you used to know. Now I love you so much that I just might let you go. And you were the song that I wanted to sing, but never could find the words to write it. And now I've written one last song for you, so won't you come down and listen to the semi-hollow, hollow, hollow kind of mahalo. 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 And you were the song that I wanted to sing, but never could find the words to write it. And now I've written one last song for you, so won't you come down and listen? You come down and listen.
Nice.
Thank you.
That was I actually almost fell asleep to that. That was very good. That's a good soothing one. That's really good. Wow.
Silly Ryan tricks for kids.
Hey, it's a true statement. I mean, people fall asleep to music. They fall asleep
It's
to everything.
relaxing, yeah.
It's very relaxing.
I'm very
Definitely
yeah,
that's fitting with the use of it, too.
Oh,
yeah, it's
Not
just
knowing behind that.
a very chill
Right.
record.
Right. Just like sitting on the beach and just enjoying the water. And
Yeah, and there's a large ocean theme throughout the entire record. I think the ocean is referenced like in every song. So, and that was kind of how they all like the songs, and it wasn't perfect. So I guess this is another example of those happy accidents, you know, because like some of the songs I wrote or have been writing since like 2013, you know, so like some of the songs are older, and that was some of the criteria for putting songs together for this record is, you know, if the ocean was referenced or if the ocean was a theme, let's use it. So the whole thing has kind of got this nautical, oceanic kind of vibe to it.
I'll say, when did you start? When did you know that you were going to be a musician? Like, when did you like?
I started playing the drums when I was 6 years old.
Okay.
And I don't know why the drums. I don't know. I think it was, you know, I've always been very loud.
Which you can't tell in these previous songs.
In more than
Right.
in more than way than one. I was more outspoken when I was younger, and so I've always I had a knack for the drums. So I started taking lessons for drums when I was 6, and then in high school I was the drummer for a band called Trademark Mistake.
Okay.
And but I was doing a lot of the songwriting. I was writing a lot of the lyrics, and but I wasn't playing a melodic instrument.
Okay.
So I have siblings, and they are also musical, and so there was always a piano around the house.
Okay.
And that's where I sat down and started teaching myself how to play piano, and the acoustic guitar around the exact same time, because I think I inherited my dad's old acoustic, you know, so. Not inherited. He's still alive, but I got it. I think
just got passed forward.
My grandma, dug it out of a closet, and you know, I started playing around the same time. So that was in high school. I would say around, sophomore year, freshman, sophomore, and so the band thing kind of fizzled out, and I didn't know if I was going to do anything with music. I was still writing. But I didn't think I was going to do anything with music because, you know, the whole, hey, you graduated high school, the next logical thing to do is go to college. So I went to college, and I was studying nursing, and
wow, nursing and then musician. Wow.
it was just, you know, one of those. It seems to me everybody's either a teacher or a nurse these days. So I was falling into that category, But no, my older brother was killed in Afghanistan in 2012. And my uncle, who's also a musician, suggested we write, a song, something we could, memorialize and perform at the funeral. So we got together, my uncle, myself, and we wrote it. And then we enlisted the help of my sister and my brother, because my sister plays piano and my brother's a drummer as well. So the four of us got up there at the funeral and we played it. And it was, a lot of people really enjoyed it and said, this is good, you should get it recorded. So I got it recorded at Creekside Audio in Norton, Ohio, working with Wes McCraw, and liked doing that. So I was like, well, I've got 12 more songs, let's put out a record. So I put out Strawberry Skyline in 2013, and that was kind of the beginning of the end. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do this. Because if anything, I learned, that nobody's really promised tomorrow. Like we were talking about a little bit ago, you never know what's going to happen.
Right, I mean, look at Vegas. Nobody thought that there'd be a shooting in Vegas, and then it happened, and people were like, wow, there's a lot of things I didn't do with this person, and now they're gone.
Right. So it's just, and it was very apparent to me that I need to, I got something here, so I need to chase it down and do whatever I can to, and I found it very cathartic. I found it very helpful to, get through the mourning process, of losing my older brother, and music's always been there. To kind of help me through that, and it's a great way of how I process my own thoughts and my own feelings.
Yeah, it definitely would help with sort of that being able to sort of focus on something, to being able to have sort of that release, to sort of developing the thought, then processing. You could definitely, I could see where that would definitely help.
Yeah, so
it sort of nails that 4 different figure thing.
Yeah, no, so it's been great, and it's what I've been doing. So
now, do you see yourself? I know you're doing gigs and that, but do you see yourself? Becoming that, I'd call it a superstar, but like that, that big screen.
The idea is to be successful to the point that music is the only thing that I'm actively pursuing. Okay. So no more daytime jobs. That's my goal, to be able to make a living from music. It doesn't quantify it as far as like how big, does it mean like I'm a superstar, or does it mean that it's just
making it past sort of decently.
I think anything, as long as I'm happy, whatever that looks like.
Honestly, your voice reminds me of John Mayer a little bit, of some of his songs that he did. So
yes, that's and John Mayer is a huge influence on on me. Phenomenal guitar player, incredible songwriter. So and I've always really had an affinity for.
So when you were playing it, I had that picture in my head of him, some of his songs, and I'm like, man, it sounds like almost exactly like him.
Well, imitation is the best form of flattery. So.
Oh yeah.
True. Not only every once in a while, all musicians always have that someone that inspires them, a little taste of something.
And I would definitely say
doesn't show all the time.
I pull a lot of inspiration from John Mayer and Dallas Green of City and Color. Nora Jones. I'm listening to so much music, all the time. That kind of helps keep it, the creative juices flowing.
Okay.
Yeah. He definitely keeps himself busy.
Yeah, I can tell.
So.
I don't imagine you playing video games. I could see yourself just in your bedroom just playing the guitar nonstop.
Yeah, that was majority of high school. And then somebody was like, "Get a life, dude."
But hey, that is your life now.
Yeah, now it is. So it's funny.
Yeah, valid.
Yeah.
Especially me, every once in a while, like me, video games.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. Like my old system, I pick it up once a year. I pick it up and clean it more than I actually use it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was saying. Yeah,
that's kind of horrible.
I say this weekend I played Madden 17 for the first time in a long time, and I'm like, I mean, it was fun, but then I'm like,
you probably enjoyed yourself. I don't want to like confuse anybody. I'm not against video games at all. I think it's very important that everybody has their
creative process,
their outlet to just decompress after a long day and just chill out. Whatever that may be.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's just finding application in time and place for everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we know you're not against it.
Oh yeah, I could tell you're not against it at all, by all means.
But like I say, I clean mine more than I actually use it.
Oh yeah, I'll say I clean mine. I mean, I clean my my buddies text me, hey, can you play this? I'm like, you know what, an hour or two doesn't hurt. But when it's like, some of these kids that are on constantly, 5 or 6 hours a day, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Well, you just and that's
It's time management. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
it's good to know that about yourself, you know.
Now with your new album that you're thinking of,
Mm-hmm.
you sort of have an idea of the artwork that you're going to do
No,
for it yet.
not yet.
Sort of just
because I've only got a loose idea of what I want the title to be. And
yeah.
I'm not going to talk about the title because I don't want to get attached to anything at this point. But I have an idea for a title, and it calls certain things to mind for the artwork. But I'm just going to kind of
wing it, let it sort of develop, then go.
I mean, I always have ideas, and I'll just write them down and then let them be for a while, and come back to them and either hate them or love them.
So that was gonna be my next question is what's the name you're thinking of? But
I don't want to say.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It shall
That's
come.
That's all right.
It'll be to be announced.
Yeah, to be announced for sure.
Yes, at some point.
Yeah.
No, I was going to go with that for the title for now.
To be that?
To be announced.
Oh, that's the temporary working title.
Exactly.
I say that would be a bad.
See, he got the reference.
Right. He got it. Yeah.
See, I come up with these good ideas.
Oh yeah.
That's
Definitely.
That's why you do what you do here.
I say you.
Yeah.
So you taught me a little bit about the Browns with Bottlegate. I had never even heard about it, and then you mentioned it, and then now I'm finding all these things
This is
about
what
it.
I do. This is what I've been doing
You
since
inspire-
2010.
I say you inspired for sure. Both of you guys for sure, definitely.
Yeah, true. I know you sort of had to start wrapping up, but if you want to play another one, you can hit back to the gig and that.
I'll play one more, and then we'll
give you enough time also to venture off to your next place if you had to make a stop along the way.
maybe food, but I mean
that's the one thing I was thinking in my head. Did he eat in that?
I say probably the mall. You're probably gonna go to the mall, go to McDonald's right near the highway, and just get a bite to eat and go.
No, I'm a big Chipotle fan.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's not that far down the road.
I say that's not far at all.
Stop at a Chipotle and
just get a quick bite to eat.
Yeah.
I sort of figured he didn't stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat a bunch of chorizo and then go and sit in a tight studio space with the guys over at John Carroll, and we'll make it memorable.
That's pretty cool.
If you catch my drift.
I was like, my mom actually graduated from John Carroll, so it's pretty cool.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're not watching this right now.
That's a perfect segue into this next tune, which has nothing to do with bad gas. But
oh man.
No, and it's a newer one, and I don't know. I like, I think I like all my stuff, but I think a lot of the newer stuff is just kind of been a different. I've just been in a different headspace. It's a different way to approach things, and my dad really likes this one, so this one goes out to the old man if he's listening. This is called On My Own. There's no way out. Your smile said stay here by my side, but my brain began to doubt. When you turned and you said to me, how I loved you, how I loved you. I played the fool when I set my sights on you. How I hoped you'd come on through, but you don't. There's so much to be said now you're gone, and how I hope it's not for long. Yeah, I could never face the truth on my own. There's no way back. You saw the light fade from behind behind my eyes as the rope gave up its slack. And you turned and you said to me, how I loved ya, how I loved ya. I played the fool when I set my sights on you. Yeah, how I hoped you'd come on through, but you don't. There's so much to be said now you're gone, and how I hope it's not for long. Yeah, I could never face the truth on my own. Yeah, I could never face the truth, so I don't. Yeah, I could never face the truth on my own. On my own. Thank you.
That was a nice one.
That was very good. Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Especially that nice modest end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say
I like the gradual on that.
It is 6:35, so it's starting to get that, that had that good vibe there.
Yeah, we're winding down, man.
Winding down.
True.
Yep, getting ready for another day.
Yeah.
True.
So.
Now, including, check you out over at John Carroll.
Yeah. Now I'll be heading over to Neo Rocks, and I'm looking forward to that.
8 o'clock tonight.
8 o'clock. So, and I think all the streaming links for this show and that one are on my website. So, check that out.
So I'm gonna have to choose between you and Monday Night Football. I don't know which one. I'm probably gonna go with you over Monday Night Football any day.
Well, I appreciate it.
And any sports, as far as the mainstream stuff, I would definitely watch that.
Thank you
for sure.
It was very nice to meet you. So thanks for sitting in with us. And
hey, no problem.
Yeah, again, so DannyRylander.com. You can find the links for the streaming stuff and tickets for tomorrow's show at the Beachland Tavern with Melodime. All of my social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube channel are all on that website. So thank you as always.
Not only check out your new EP that just released off in August.
Yes, How the Seasons Change Us, and you can there's a link for that. It's theseasonsep.hearnow.com. And you can that'll redirect you to a website that you can sample some of the tracks or select whatever streaming platform you use from there. So, and it's all from my website anyway. So
I'll say definitely for my first sit-in, this was one of my. It's gonna be one of my favorites.
Well,
I don't know what other ones I'll be sitting in on, but this was one of the best.
Well, as you can tell, we're surrounded by a lot of great local talents.
Right.
So, yeah.
Not when he's up there.
Oh yeah, he's definitely.
I forgot where. It was somewhere there or here.
But I think my poster is out in the hallway now.
Oh, not playing the. You actually still had that one in here.
Oh, really?
Besides that one.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Oh, I'm not worried at all.
It's been a pleasure like normal.
Yes, thank you, Jeremiah.
Our deep thoughts in that. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
keep doing your great stuff.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And to all, a good night.
It's a little too early for that.
Yeah, it's a little too early for that.
'Tis the season to be a little too early.
Yeah.
Maybe I could rip out the Christmas theme.
That's a little early for that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll play it later.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can do it over there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, as you're leaving, just ride and play, or walk and play like you're in the marching band.
Right.
But.